Indy's police union is challenging city leaders, including IMPD's new chief. He wants them to be more vocal about the amount of violent crimes happening in Indianapolis. Tonight, our TV6 reporter Cameron Riddle spoke with both the union president and the police chief, Randall Taylor, during his second day on the job about the search for solutions to violent crime.
You don't have to look any further than Twitter to find outrage from Indy's police union following what FOP President Rick Snyder calls weeks of nonstop violence in Indianapolis.
We have had 120 people shot. We've now had 46 people stabbed, and we've had 31 people killed. That's what, 166 people shot or stabbed in our city in less than 2 months.
Snyder says his calls for concern are echoes from the men and women of IMPD. He says in addition to the ongoing violent crime, it's worrying that city leaders appear to view the situation as business as usual.
We need to see our local leaders express outrage about the unacceptable levels of violence that we're seeing. Because we know this, that once they express that outrage and our leaders say this is unacceptable, then we know that we're going to have people come around the table and start working on the solutions.
One of the local leaders Snyder and the FOP are watching is IMPD's new leader, Chief Randall Taylor. We caught up with him on what is only his second day on the job and asked him if he plans to express the outrage the police union leader is looking for.
That's not necessarily my style. Just because he may not see emotion when he's looking at me doesn't mean I'm not outraged with what's going on.
Chief Taylor says don't expect to see him banging on the table in frustration. Instead, count on seeing him in the community and engaged, looking for solutions to peace, a task that he says will take working together.
So regardless of the vocabulary we use, I think we're all on the same page. We understand how serious it is and that it needs to stop and numbers need to go down. And from that standpoint, we're on the same team.
Working for you in Indianapolis, Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
Well, today, FOP President Rick Snyder also met with a Senate committee at the State House. He says some of the city's crime issues can be solved at a national level. You can read more about his suggestions for bond reform and his ideas for a criminal history database at theindychannel.com.